What's good, guys? Welcome back to another video. If you guys remember from the last video, I predicted that Bitcoin would come into this weekly fair value gap and this was going to be the bottom. Now, granted, I did expect Bitcoin to come just a tiny bit lower. At least on the Bitstamp chart, this was not accurate. If you look at the perpetual future charts, some of the level on certain exchanges, this level did indeed get hit. But still, we predicted the bottom very close, and ultimately, the weekly fair value gap got filled. Price has since pumped by $15,000. Solana, for instance, has pumped way more than just 15%. And overall, Trump is coming into office tomorrow and the market is feeling good. You know, there's one question that's on a few people's minds, at least from the people that I've spoken to so far, is, is this the end of the retracement, or should we wait for a retracement? And if I haven't already gotten exposed to the market, should I be looking to get exposed now? And like, exactly what is the playbook? So in this video, I'm going to answer both questions, which is, is this the end of the retracement period? Is the bull period about to start? And well, I'm also going to be giving you my exact playbook on where I'm going to be looking to get in on. But right before I dive into the video, I just wanted to take a moment to share the wins that you potentially could have had if you joined the Alpha group anytime during the last month. During the time when the entire market was just completely dead and everything was going down, this is what we've been able to achieve inside the AOC Alpha group. There's a reason why I always promote this. It's not because I am out for a cash grab. It's that I truly believe that this is something that will help you guys, especially for anyone that is too busy to look for alpha themselves and you do not know what to buy and when, especially if you also feel a lot of uncertainty, as well as you don't really know what you're doing inside the markets. This is something that we help with. And right now we have just started testing out monthly pricing for any one of you that isn't looking to get committed for too long of a time. We used to only do 3 months minimum. So if you're interested in starting the year strong and not missing out on, all of these moves, and this, by the way, is just from one of our coaches through a very short period of time in a market condition that was absolutely horrendous. So if you're interested in taking the next step and just starting the year strong and actually making money in crypto without missing out on this pump that's about to come, then click the first link in the description box below. But otherwise, we are going to dive right into it. So just to kick things off, we're going to start by answering the first question, which is the bottom in? And the answer to that is unequivocally yes. Notice how I'm not using, likely yes, kind of yes, probably yes. This is very, strong in terms of most major confirmation signals that we could possibly have. The bottom is in. Now, why do I say so? Well, it's because you're going through the classic setup of you get a range formation somewhere close to the all-time high. Now, there is an economic event coming up literally tomorrow, which is Trump coming into office. Now, for those of you who know anything about Trump, you know that he is very pro-crypto, and he has already stated multiple times that he would love to make a strategic reserve for the USA holding Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. Recently, and I mean yesterday, he just launched his own meme coin called Trump, and it went from 0 to currently sitting at $50 billion worth of fully diluted valuation, which is insane, right? Never in the history of meme coins, never in the history of crypto have we seen a move like this. And this was all started and initiated by one man, and his name is Donald J. Trump. Tomorrow, he comes into office. He has already stated that his new SEC, he wants to make changes to crypto regulations. All of this just means that this is an event that is truly bullish, and this weekly fair value gap fill is essentially market manipulation, pricing in the Donald Trump, inauguration prior to things actually happening. So we already have the economic event out of the way, but let's take a look at price action as well, because since December, or like the end of November, we have been forming a range after hitting the previous all-time high. And this range is very interesting because we've been following this range very closely over the last month and a half. And the way all of this is playing out is just textbook manipulation before just pumping the market straight up. Now, just to give you an idea of how similar this price action looks like, let's go all the way back to the start, like the beginning of 2023, where you have a range, something like this, a deviation above, deviation below to fill in a fair value gap, which is the green box right there, and the price absolutely explodes. Now, this is not the only time this has happened, because again, you see it on a much larger scale the moment you zoom out. And in this case, you will have, this is your range high, this is your range low. Like, I've already seen this so many times throughout, multiple bull runs that this is already becoming very obvious. And once more, you have a range over here, deviation above, deviation below, fill in a fair value gap, off you go. This one is just a very classic, range formation. You sweep the range high, sweep the range low, and boom. All I'm trying to say here is that sell-side liquidity sweeps, right, which is range low sweeps, heading into some kind of higher time frame key level is a classic playbook that the market makers love to deploy in order to trick everyone to panic sell here before they truly pump the markets upwards. Oftentimes, as traders, we understand that the market is going in a certain direction, but the timing can be an issue. Also, if you are on leverage, you might also not be able to stomach or handle the slight retracement periods before price actually moves in the direction that you're anticipating. At the moment, range formation, deviation on the high, came down below, formed equal lows here, tried to deviate again, and then right now, deviation fill in the weekly key level. And this key level is the key level that we've been talking about since the start of November. This key level, by the way, we've been talking about for pretty much 2 months. Finally got filled, and now that all of the conditions are fulfilled, which is that everyone has probably panic sold here, liquidation, whatever, Donald Trump, economic event, price action, everything lines up. So most likely, I can say this with a high degree of certainty that the bottom is in. And right now, this low you do not expect this low to get broken. And if it does, then obviously we're heading into a bear market, which is again, a more unlikely outcome compared to the market just pumping from here on out. And so now we answer the second question, which is what is the playbook, especially on, not only Bitcoin, but also looking at the altcoins. And in this case, the playbook is going to be very simple. You're going to start off a minimum on the 4-hourly chart because this is a time frame that's not necessarily a high time frame, but it's low enough to where it gives you a lot of details. Although this is not where you start. You just do not go lower than a 4-hourly chart. What you really start on is on the daily chart because this is what's going to give you the highest probability entries at a very, just a strong, it's a strong time frame, right? It's a higher time frame. This is what the majority of the institutions use, especially for the portfolio management companies. This is what they use. And right now, all you have to do is draw a fib, right? And this is going to adapt with time because, for example, right now we draw the fib from this low to this high. But if Bitcoin starts breaking this high, then we have to adapt the fib to go into a higher level. But the playbook is going to be very simple. You're going to look for any retracement underneath the 0.5 line. Why? Because at any given trading range, price is always in a trading range, by the way. Like for example, this to here is a trading range, which means that the 0.5 is somewhere here. And right now we are in a premium zone within this trading range. Now, obviously we should disregard this because in an uptrend, premium zones tend to get violated and they do not get respected. Whereas bullish or rather discount zones tend to get respected. And this is where bottoms tend to come. Just to give you an example, if previously, in order to identify this weekly fair value gap and why we said that it was very high probability, and the reason why we want to be buying in a discount is pretty obvious. The motto, or rather everyone knows that in order to make money from a financial market, you ideally want to be buying low and selling high. In fact, there is no other way for you to make money other than buy low or sell high, right? Sell high could just be shorting and buying low could be, long. But you don't want to long high and short low. That's a recipe for losing money. So within any trading range, you want to look for a discount. Like the discount zone is pretty self-explanatory. You always want to be buying something at a discount. This is just step one, by the way, like identifying a premium discount zone within your range. And the second step would be within anywhere, right? Anywhere underneath the 0.5. It could also be on the 0.5. You want to look for any sort of PDOA. Now, this could come in the form of a fair value gap. I'm going to draw this in blue because this is how I usually draw fair value gaps. So blue right here, just to give you an example of a fair value gap that worked. If you take a look at lock-in, which I called in the Discord, that blue box there is a fair value gap. And the moment we go onto this chart, you can see exactly how this played out. I think it might be lagging, so it's not showing. Yep, right there. So that's your fair value gap. Boom, price just pumps like 50, more than 50, almost 2x from there actually. So coming back to Bitcoin, so fair value gaps are one of those PDOAs. Now, some other PDOAs that you can use is supply demand. In this case, we're going to disregard supply because we're looking to buy. So we look for demand zones. I'm going to show you exactly how that looks like once it loads. Wi-Fi is not amazing at the moment. Something else to use is also, sell side liquidity sweeps, some kind of a swing low. It could also be bullish order blocks, but all of these are valid. And you can also just straight up use a Fibonacci like 0.618 retracement in order to get in. So that is the daily fair value gap that we identified. It's sitting at $96,000. Now, right now, I'm just giving you the playbook. It's not 100% that Bitcoin will come all the way down here. That's not what I'm saying. But this general playbook, in order to find the highest probability entries, is going to be right there. I'm also going to share with you a slightly lower probability, but much more aggressive, something that allows you to capture momentum rather than waiting for a retracement that may never come. Which, if you've been in crypto for any sort of any period of time, you will know that not every time we get, a good retracement to get in on our coins. Sometimes we just have to buy high and sell higher. So that's your fair value gap. Some other options would be right here. There's a swing low on the 4-hourly chart. Notice how I said you start on the daily chart, but the moment you can, you stop finding stuff on the daily chart, boom, refine it down to the 4-hourly chart so that you can find stuff that you wouldn't otherwise see on the daily chart. And in this case, there's a swing low right on the 0.5. And so this becomes one of the ideal levels to get in, which is right at around 97,400, at least based on the Bitstamp chart. Now, not only that, this swing low seems to have filled in this 4-hourly order block. And so anywhere within, 97 to 95, 600 is going to be a ideal zone for you to get in. Not only that, but you also seem to have volume profile support. Now, this is just a volume profile, which shows you how much trading volume was done and where it was concentrated at. And if you can see here, this is where the majority of the trading volume was concentrated at. So a return back into this area means there's just going to be a lot of interest within the zone as proven by past price action. And so when you jump in, boom, swing low gets taken, fair value gap gets filled, order block gets filled, you go into a discount plus value area of the volume profile, and boom, that's a recipe that you have to find a very strong bottom on Bitcoin, and boom, right, you're going to go straight up. Now, that is just a playbook in general. You can apply this to every single coin, including Solana, which has been pumping like crazy. So all you do, again, draw the fib, wait for a retracement, look for retracement areas, and that's how you get in. Now, again, just to set the right expectations here, there is a chance that price does not retrace all the way that deeply. And so at that point, we have to employ, or rather deploy, a different type of strategy. I'm a big proponent of not only having some kind of retracement strategy / some kind of manipulation strategy, but you also want to have a momentum trading strategy alongside that, so that if price does not retrace fully, then you are not just sitting on the sidelines missing out on the entire move. But coming back down to Solana, now one of the things that you will immediately note is that yes, even if we draw a fib here, first of all, the range is so big that it's pretty unlikely for Solana to come all the way back down to $200, because that would be a 30% retracement, which is absolutely ridiculous. So now we have to deploy some kind of momentum trading strategy to, just find a different zone. Still high probability, by the way. This is not to say this is a low probability, because ultimately in a bull market, something you want to keep in mind is that prices go up so exponentially that it can benefit a lot of people to, instead of always waiting to, buy low, you can also just buy high and sell higher, just because of the nature of a bull market. There has been so many people that I have spoken with that have completely missed out on the life-changing potential of the bull market simply because they were waiting for a retracement that never came. The way you circumvent that is to have a backup strategy to deploy in, certain types of coins. A good example of this, by the way, is the Trump token that was launched yesterday. Now, I admittedly did not play this the right way, because when I saw, I actually found the Trump token an hour after it launched, but the problem was it went from quite literally $0, this was fair, I believe this was fair launched, but it went from, let's say $1,000 to $5 billion in an hour and a half. And me thinking at the time, okay, yeah, sure, Donald Trump launched this, but still, it's $5 billion. How many meme coins do you see go past $5 billion within an hour? And so I sort of just wrote it off. I was like, yeah, I might be too late on that. Well, imagine my surprise when I came back to find that the Trump token is now sitting at close to $50 billion worth of fully diluted market cap. Yeah, if you threw in 10K, or no, actually, it's sitting at $65 billion, right? It's hit 70 billion. This is with a B. This is more than his net worth by quite a few times. This just goes to show that you do not want to have just one strategy. It's like, if you keep waiting for a retracement, you can see it never quite comes. And so going back onto the chart, the momentum trading strategy that you want to deploy is that, first of all, you always start with the daily chart. But if you don't see anything on the daily chart, then you're going to start going onto the 4-hourly chart. And in this case, you just want to look for down candles, right? These are essentially, you can also use the volume profile if you know how to use the volume profile to add further confirmation to this. But you can see here that this is a bullish order block. What you can also use is fair value gaps. For example, between this candle here, there's a gap here. This is known as an imbalance. And so when price returns back to this area, gets filled, and boom, that's how price shoots up. You can also utilize this as the price is going up. For example, in this candle here, the moment you form, the moment this 4-hourly candle closes, there is now a imbalance between the candle open here and the candle close here. So this entire range is the imbalance. And so the market opens up here on this 4-hourly candle, like it opens there, but it retraces here and then boom. This is known as the power of three. I'm sure you guys have heard of it if you've been involved in smart money trading for any period of time. And the power of three is essentially just if you're continuing to be bullish on the market, on every candle, you always have an open high, that's your low, and that's your close, right? Assuming the candle closes there. And if you're bullish on today, the 4-hourly candle, the 1-hourly candle, the 15-minute candle, all you look for is price to go below the open of that particular candle, and that's where you look to buy. Now, obviously, the moment this candle closes and this candle opens, boom, right? This entire block here is an imbalance, at least on the daily chart. So this is how you utilize fair value gaps to, just to give you an idea, by the way, one last thing, because it's very important to always talk about the stop loss. A lot of people focus a lot of their attention on the entry, but rarely on the exit, and much less on the stop loss. And in this case, the stop loss is just going to be the point of invalidation, which is the fact that if I am expecting this zone to hold as a momentum support zone, if price were to go below this momentum support zone, it would make sense that, hey, my idea was invalidated. And so I'm going to place my stop loss right underneath here, because if price goes below here, chances are it's probably going to go through a longer, like an extended retracement period. And it's not just going to just go lower here and all of a sudden it's just going to go up. Yes, there is a chance, but again, you always set your stop loss based on your invalidations. Whatever your idea is, that's where your invalidation is going to be. For example, if I were to use a fair value gap, let's say here, right? If I'm expecting that fair value gap to hold, I'm not going to set my stop loss like all the way down here, because my idea is that the fair value gap should hold. And so I'm going to set it right below the fair value gap. This is how, even though you are still buying high and selling higher, you can still get a much better risk to reward when you can identify like these high probability areas on a lower time frame. This, by the way, is how scalpers and day traders and intraday traders, this is how they make their bread. Even though the percentage gain isn't as high, if I were to risk $100 on both of these trades, I would end up like, if the trade were to play out, even though the percentage gain is lower, this is a 2.65. Tiny. For this trade to get a 5.4 risk to reward ratio, price has to go up by $100. That's 32% on something that is close to $100 billion worth of market cap. If I were to set the same target here, that's a 2.6x the difference in terms of risk to reward. And so it's not about the percentage gain, it's much more about the risk to reward. This is how a lot of people are able to make a shit ton of money, even though they only have like $1,000 like in their trading account. It's not about the percentage gains, it's much more about the risk to reward. And that is the type of stuff that I teach in the AOC Alpha group. If you want to just take a step away from being a beginner trader and to actually start doing this systematically, to be able to do this full time, to have all of the help that you need, not only in terms of trade setups that we provide to you, but also the trade education that we provide for you, then guys, like it's the first link in the description box below. Sign up now, because a lot of people who do join tend to make their money back within the first couple of trades. That's the strongest argument that I can make here. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. But anyways, we're about to begin the most exciting time in crypto, especially so early on in 2025. It's going to be an exciting year. And guys, let's make the most out of this year. I'm going to be posting way more videos just like this, giving you guys the exact playbook depending on exact market conditions. So if you want to see more videos like this, breaking crypto down from the smart money perspective, drop a like and drop a subscribe, because you do not want to miss the next one. Guys, I'm going to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.